It's been a few months since Galaxy S26 and iPhone 17 were released and they both got a bunch of updates, so I decided to test which one has a better camera. The Galaxy S26 has a triple camera setup, while the iPhone has two. Starting with the main lens, they have a similar megapixel and sensor size. Galaxy has a 24mm focal length for the main camera, while iPhone has a 26mm one. It means when you take a picture from the same distance, the iPhone is going to look slightly more zoomed in. The background blur or bokeh is also going to be a tiny little bit stronger on the iPhone since it has a lower aperture. But the main difference between the two would be more in color science. This is Maria shot on a full-frame Sony camera for the reference. On the standard profile, the iPhone looks closer to what Sony colors were, whereas the S26, which in this video I'm using the global variant with Exynos processor, is more vivid and has a lot of magenta. Generally, I do find iPhone to have a more green and yellow tint, while Galaxy is more pinkish. Maybe this closer up shot on the main camera can show what I mean better. The optical quality of the photos is close, but the colors differ. Also, I found Galaxy to do a bit more skin processing and smoothing, while the iPhone preserved highlights and the texture of the skin. For my skin tone too, the Galaxy added a lot of magenta and the photo is much more vivid compared to the contrasty look on the iPhone. Neither of them really managed the sun flare great. iPhone creates a very big and ugly green dot, while Galaxy couldn't expose Maria's face nicely. And for nature photography, the Galaxy is again more vivid and greens are deeper here, while iPhone is more muted. Before talking about videos, just want to let you know all the photos are uploaded in Google Drive for channel members. I bought these phones with my own money, and if you want to support the channel, consider becoming a member by clicking on the join button. They can of course both do 4K videos. To compare the videos, I shot this video of Maria using the Sony full-frame camera. Interestingly, here the color science completely flipped. The Galaxy is the one with a warmer tone, and iPhone is more magenta. Also, surprisingly, this time Galaxy is the one with more contrasty look. And if you look at this picture with the main camera at the same scene, you see the colors flip. Galaxy is magenta and iPhone is warmer. They can both do a slow motion. I took this one with 4K 60 frames per second and slowed it down. Apart from color science, I like both videos, and the frames are nicely done without anything clipping or stuttering. They also both have great stabilization, and I don't see a major difference between them. Generally, it is easier to stabilize a smaller sensor, and that's why phones have better stabilization than cameras. And Galaxy even has this crazy 360 degrees stabilization. You probably already saw the trending videos where you can rotate your Galaxy however you want, and as you can see, the subject stays 100% stabilized. Neither of these phones come with a charger in the box, but don't worry since you can grab a Nexode Air from Ugreen, the sponsor of today's video. If you carry a MacBook, iPhone, AirPods, and half your life in one bag, you need something way smaller. Ugreen Nexode Air is a tiny 65 watts charger made for on-the-go charging. It is 74% smaller than regular 65 watts charger. It has a foldable design and it easily fits in a small bag or even in your pocket. Even though it is tiny, it still delivers up to 65 watts fast charging through USB-C, so you can charge your MacBook Air, iPhone, iPad, AirPods, and more. It can charge a MacBook Air from 0 to 55% in just 30 minutes, which is great. It also comes in 4 colors: Starlight Blue, Space Gray, Cosmic Orange, and Lunar White, with matching cables. The textured finish feels nice in the hand, gives you a better grip, and help resist fingerprint. It supports PD, PPS, and QC fast charging, plus 100 to 240 volt inputs, so you can use it globally when traveling. And for cable-free charging on the go, this is the Ugreen MagFlow Air Power Bank. It has a 10,000 mAh capacity, snaps magnetically onto your phone, and can charge a phone around 2 times. I'm using Ugreen products for ages and love every single one of them. Check out the links in the description to get 25% off, and thanks to Ugreen for sponsoring this video. As I mentioned, the iPhone doesn't have a third camera, which is the telephoto one, whereas Galaxy does. It doesn't mean that at 3 times zoom, Galaxy is going to completely annihilate iPhone, but naturally you get better optical quality since iPhone is using digital zoom. For architecture photos, iPhone can hold itself very well at 3 times zoom, as you can see here. Zooming a bit more at 5 times, things fall apart for iPhone and you can start to notice pixelation, whereas Galaxy still has great quality. And for longer zooms like 10 times, iPhone is completely useless, while Galaxy Photo is still having a bit of quality. For 5 times video too, you can see the Galaxy video is sharper and nicer to use compared to what iPhone is offering. Especially paired with the Pro video mode in Galaxy and shooting in log, you can take great vacation videos. Like I took this video with zoom lens on Galaxy in Pro video mode in log and then added the colors, which turned out quite nice with warm colors. For ultrawide, they both have a small sensor, but iPhone is at least 48 megapixel with macro, while Galaxy is only 12 megapixel and no macro. That low megapixel count can make the photos look a bit blurry, even though iPhone photo is also not amazing. Especially in this photo, you can see Galaxy is also having a bit of trouble with reverse vignetting on the ultrawide shot. Selfie is where iPhone 17 shines. It has a rectangular sensor, which means you can take both vertical and horizontal photos. In this normal mode, the iPhone is a lot wider, which means you can fit more into the frame. And on top of that, you can use horizontal mode to do vlogging and fit a lot in the frame, something Galaxy can improve next year. Neither of these phones is great in low light, particularly due to the smallest sensor compared to flagship phones. Again, colors are different, while Galaxy being more vivid and iPhone being more contrasty. And finally again, we see in the video that Galaxy is the one that is warmer and yellow, while the iPhone is more magenta. For night videos, I low-key prefer iPhone. I do feel Maria is slightly blurry on the Galaxy, and color reproduction is not amazing. In this photo, Galaxy is completely dropping the ball. At first, I thought the lens was dirty, but that was not the case, and the photo doesn't look great on Galaxy and is blurry. I took another shot, this time in portrait mode, and I did observe the same thing. Galaxy is raising the shadows a lot, which is more counterproductive than helpful, while iPhone has a nice contrast. And also, Galaxy has more problems with motion blur if your subject moves even slightly in the photo, like in this picture, or in this one where Maria just moved her body a bit to the left. For selfie though, I was surprised to see that this time Galaxy is beating iPhone and has better quality. It does seem iPhone is not even focused on her face. For ultrawide, I do prefer the iPhone photo here, both in terms of quality and colors. Or for example here, if we zoom in at Maria's face, you can see iPhone is doing a better job compared to the Galaxy. Overall, I do find having a third telephoto lens on Galaxy S26 to be a nice addition. You get a better camera app with lots of features, but on the other hand, iPhone colors were closer to the Sony camera and it did have better ultrawide, selfie and low light performance. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see a day in the life comparison of the two phones, you can watch this video next. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in to TechMo, and I will see you in the next one.